So, on BBC Children in Need last night, the new companion for Doctor Who was announced. Now, several names had already been thrown around in regards to new possible companions, including Lydia West, Patricia Allison, and former EastEnders star and Strictly champion Rose Ayling-Ellis. But it was finally announced last night, the new companion is due to be called Ruby Sunday, and she's due to be played by Millie Gibson, who's probably best known for her role as Kelly Nealon on Coronation Street. She's also possibly one of the youngest companions we've ever had, as she is only 18 years old, which, God, now that makes me feel old. But now, while I personally am not familiar with Gibson, due to the fact I never watched Coronation Street, and to be honest, I'm not that familiar with Ncuti Gatwa, but I know that could change. I mean, in the next few years after watching them on Doctor Who, they might become huge names. I mean, thinking back on it, I personally never heard of David Tennant when he was cast as the 10th Doctor back in 2005, and now he's one of the biggest names in the industry. Everybody knows the name David Tennant. Now, I know that people will have their favourite David Tennant role. Some may love him as Kilgrave, some may love him as Scrooge McDuck, but I think Doctor Who was ultimately the role that catapulted him up to that high status. I mean, yes, he had done roles before in things like Casanova and Harry Potter, but Doctor Who, I think, was the one that really put him on the map. And also, other actors have come on to Doctor Who in the last couple of years that they may have had a good career when they started, but then as soon as they did Doctor Who, afterwards they really soared. People like Karen Gillan. Like, well, as I said, she had appeared in Doctor Who before, back in 2008. But then when she left in 2012, her career skyrocketed with films like Jumanji and the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Same with her on-screen husband, Arthur Darvill. He was on Doctor Who, and then suddenly he was on Broadchurch and Legends of Tomorrow. And admittedly, there have also been actors who have appeared on Doctor Who are already big names, who are already well-known, people like Bradley Walsh and John Bishop. But I feel the fact that I'm not necessarily that familiar with Millie Gibson's work is not necessarily an indication, because, as I said, this may actually prove she may be great in the role. I mean, I personally don't know much about the careers of Ncuti Gatwa or Millie Gibson due to the fact I haven't watched Coronation Street or Sex Education. So I'm effectively going into this completely blind. I don't know who these two actors are, so they've got an opportunity to really impress me. We'll have to see how they do. I mean, once again, it's great. I do also like the name Ruby Sunday. I mean, I've seen with Who Cultures Ruby, like, is this an indication they might continue on Sundays? Okay, that might be looking too far into things. But at the same time, Ruby Sunday I feel is a great name for a companion, and I do like the casting. She seems nice. As I said, I do feel a little old given that she's only 18 years old, but then again, that's just me. But there we go, the new companion, Ruby Sunday, played by Millie Gibson. We'll have to wait a little while to see her in action, because we're still going to get through David Tennant's second go-around, to which I feel fairly sure that we're going to go back to Golden Ncuti Gatwa the 14th Doctor, even though he is technically supposed to be the 15th Doctor. Like, it's been confirmed he is the 15th Doctor, but here's the thing, we still call Christopher Eccleston the 9th Doctor, David Tennant the 10th, and so on, even though they should all technically be one number down because of John Hurt and Sir John Hurt's War Doctor, and then we still refer to them as 9 and 10, and I'm sure they'll find some way to explain why David Tennant's back now, which I am still looking forward to the 60th anniversary stuff, but I feel like we're going to go back to calling Ncuti Gatwa the 14th Doctor, even though he's technically the 15th incarnation, but we'll have to wait and see. So there you go, there's my quick little thoughts on Millie Gibson being cast as Ruby Sunday, the companion of the 15th Doctor. Anyway, let's see how she does later on. And until we get there, see ya.